Hello and welcome to my channel Zucker Cooks. I'm Adela. Today we'll make turkey meatloaf, and this is not an ordinary meatloaf just made out of ground turkey. This meatloaf is super delicious. You should try it and you'll see with the ingredients that I have, it definitely makes a delicious, super moist and flavorful meatloaf. So let's get this started. I have my ingredients here. So basically we're going to need chopped onions, butter, secret ingredient which is oatmeal, and for this we need to make sure that it's the quick oats. If you don't have quick oats, you can use the old-fashioned, but chop it up a little bit and that helps. Do not use the steel cut, that just won't work. Some salt, 2 egg yolks, cornstarch, some Dijon mustard, some apple cider vinegar, Worcestersauce, Parmesan cheese, and of course turkey. So you'll see how easy this is and how delicious it comes out. All right, let's get started. All right, so I've melted 3 tablespoons of butter. Now I'm gonna add my chopped onions, and we're just gonna caramelize them on a low heat. And what the trick to get this going faster than usual is to add a tiny bit of baking soda, and this kind of elevates the alkaline and it helps cook the onions. Normally it would take about 15 minutes to caramelize onions. Well, this way it should take about 5 minutes. And if I can cut time on any of the steps, that's just a bonus for me. All right, so we'll just let this caramelize for about 5 minutes and we'll be back. So it's been 5 minutes and look at this. This is looking really good. So at this point we're going to add thyme. I don't have fresh ones, so I'm just going to go with dry, and preferably use the fresh one if you can. I'm going to go with dry, and then I'm going to add the garlic. And a quick correction on the I mentioned to use baking soda to elevate the alkaline, and it's not baking soda, it's baking powder. So I'll have the I'll mention it in the ingredients description down below, but yeah, it's not baking soda, it's baking powder. So now we're going to cook down the garlic a little bit here and go from there. So it's been about a minute. We're getting here the garlic nice and fragrant. So now we're going to add the Worcester sauce, and then we're just going to let it reduce here for another minute or so. It smells so good. This is the best recipe for meatloaf ever. All right. So it's reduced down a little and it's fragrant, it smells so good. So now we're just gonna go ahead and put it in a bowl, and we're gonna let it cool down for a few minutes until the next step. All right, so this has been sitting and cooling down for a little bit. So now we're gonna mix everything. So here are my egg yolks. Gonna mix it well. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And don't worry, it's not gonna taste like Dijon mustard at all. It's gonna give it a little flavor, but it's gonna be good. I'm going to add the oats. I have old-fashioned, so I chop them down a little bit. If you use quick oats, like I said earlier, you're good to go. All right, so I'm also adding my salt, my freshly chopped parsley for my garden, no less, my Parmesan cheese, and 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. This is going to help with the turkey juices. I'm going to mix it all in. All right, so now I added the turkey, about 2 pounds. Mine is a little under 2 pounds. And just mix it all in. I already have my oven preheating at 350 Fahrenheit, and I lined a cookie sheet with aluminum foil and a rack that the meatloaf is gonna be sitting on, and I'll show you here in a minute. So before we move to the next step and put the meatloaf on the rack and in the oven, we're gonna make the infamous meatloaf tomato sauce that goes on top. So here I have a cup of ketchup. And I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of brown sugar and 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, just for a little tartness, and a little spiciness, little hot sauce, just a tiny bit, you know. And then just mix it out well and let it come to a boil for just a couple of minutes so that all the ingredients mix and get happy. And we're going to use this, half of this tomato sauce for the meatloaf before we put it in the oven, and the other half halfway through the cooking. So we're going to take it out, put the other half of this sauce on it, and finish it in the oven. So let's bubbly this sauce away for about 5 minutes, and we'll be back. All right, so now we're gonna take our turkey mixture here, and we're gonna put it on this aluminum lined rack. It's gonna be free-formed here, and just make the shape that you like. Just make sure that it's even so that it also cooks even. I'm gonna go for a rectangle here. Something like this. Looks good to me. So now I have half of the ketchup mixture that I made, and I'm gonna put it on the meatloaf. Make sure you get the sides. And voila. So now it goes in a preheated 350 Fahrenheit oven for about 40 minutes. Then I'm gonna take it out, put the rest of the sauce on it, and finish cooking for another 35 minutes. All right, so it's been 40 minutes. First time around, I took it out, and then I put the glaze on it again, and another 35 minutes, and there it is. So I'm gonna plate it, I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and I'll be back. All right, and here you have it, turkey meatloaf with some garlic roasted potatoes, and it smells and it's gonna taste delicious. You should try it. I hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.